Sup YouTube, David here. Today I'm going to be giving you a full review of the Galaxy Nexus. Well, Verizon's version of the Galaxy Nexus. The very first phone to be running Ice Cream Sandwich, aka Android 4.0. And let's get things started, shall we? First, let's take a look at the device. In the front here, you'll see a gigantic 4.65-inch Super AMOLED HD display. An earpiece up here, 1.3 megapixel camera, and a few sensors, as you can see. On the bottom here, you can't tell right now, but there is a notification light, it's kind of like a soft type of light. That's the best way I could find to describe it. But as you can see, it's pretty much almost impossible to tell it's there until it's on. And when it's on, it's like a soft type of pulsing light, not really bright or. Yeah, I kind of like it. It gives a new change. Oh, there you go. Hey, I just got a notification. There. See the little pulse light right there? And that's actually really convenient. On this side, we have a power and lock button. And 3 dock connectors. The top, a big whopping nothing. On this side, volume rocker up and down. On the bottom, let it focus, sorry. A 3.5mm headset jack, a microphone port, and a micro USB charging port. And for syncing and stuff. On the back, we have our speaker grill, Verizon logo, Samsung logo, 5 megapixel camera with LED flash, another microphone here, as you can tell, and the handle to the battery door. Let's pry this open. Here's your SIM card slot for Verizon's 4G, and the battery is a decently sized 1850 milliamp hour battery. Included are an NFC chip, accelerometer, gyroscope, compass, and barometer, which confused some people actually when it first came in, and I put this battery door really badly. Excuse me for a second. There we go. Crap. One thing I want to complain is this battery door is a pain in the butt to actually put on. I didn't really believe other reviewers that said it was a pain, but oh my god, it is a pain. And is it fully on? It's hard to tell sometimes. Sorry, excuse me for a second. No, it's not. There you go. Should be, yep. Oh, and the battery door is really flimsy. I'm not going to take it off again because, like I said, it's a pain in the butt to put back on, and it's completely fingerprint. Yay. Oh well, anyway. So, what's running the device is a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor, and I should have put my thing on vibrate. My bad. Anyway, 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM, 32 gigabyte internal storage, and that's about it. Oh, and an NFC chip, accelerometer, gyroscope, compass, and barometer. The usual stuff. Minus the barometer. So let's talk about call quality. From my end, no real complaints. I didn't hear static. I heard them clear. They didn't complain about me. So all in all, call quality really good. Now about build quality. As you can tell, this device is actually pretty thin. At the thickest point here, at the chin, it is 0.37 inches or 9.47 millimeters. And up here, and as you can see, it gets a bit thinner once you reach to the top. So it feels really good in the hand. Though because of the screen, the phone is pretty big, but there's not much of a bezel, so it fits pretty comfortably. It's about the same size as the Motorola Razr, which has a 4.3-inch screen, so you can tell bezel does matter a lot. I do like the minimalist look on this because of the lack of buttons, and because of the screen, black screen, black bezel, actually makes it look kind of like just one giant black slate. But if you're not paying attention really closely. So I really like that look. Now one complaint I do have is the speaker grill. It's not very loud. As I mentioned in a previous video, it's kind of mute, I guess, dull, compared to other phones I've tried. And of course I already complained about the battery cover being a little flimsy and cheap feeling. But all in all, it feels pretty solid. It doesn't really feel that cheap until you take off the battery cover. There is a little flexing here on the battery door. Like you feel it kind of go in a little and hit the battery, but all in all, it's not that bad. Plus, I normally have a case on it, so I don't feel that big of a difference anyway. So let's talk about the screen. It is a 720p display with a resolution of 1280 on the side, and up here 720. So 720p display. And I want to say, watching YouTube videos or Netflix videos look really amazing on this phone. A lot of people did complain that were kind of complaining that it was a pen-tile display, but honestly, I don't really notice any type of that sacrifices video quality at all. Videos look great. Photos do as well. One of the best screens I've seen. So let's talk about camera quality. Picture qualities, they weren't exactly perfect. Well, but they weren't bad either. They're good enough for saying, posting up on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Though it does shoot really fast. And when Google said 0 lag, they really meant it. So let's take quick pictures. There you go. As you can see, it just kind of keeps on taking pictures as I press. From a test I did, I was able to take about 48 pictures in about 30 seconds, which was pretty quick in my opinion. Like I said, quality was lacking. It does take pictures really quickly though. It does take a while to load up the camera app though, sadly. But it's not much of a complaint since I doubt many people will be using this as like a professional camera. Video quality, not bad. White balance was decent. Autofocus worked pretty well. Quality wise, low lighting, it suffered poorly. But again, I guess that's kind of standard for most cameras now. The panorama mode, it's a fun little tool to use, but the quality is really lacking. So it, like I said, just fun to mess around with, but nothing really to show off to your friends much, or save or blow up or whatever. And one of the big selling points for this phone is that it's running Ice Cream Sandwich, aka Android 4.0. I made a full review of it in a separate video, so I'll put the link in the description if you want to check that out. But to sum it all up, I love Ice Cream Sandwich. There's a few nitpicks here and there, but all in all, it runs really smooth, and it just works well. Some people have claimed that the Verizon's version of the Galaxy Nexus isn't a true Google device because lack of Google Wallet and bloatware. But I can tell you with confidence that Google Wallet does work. There is an APK on the XDA forums, so just go there or just Google search it, and you can find it. The APK, download it, install it into the device, and you have Google Wallet. As you can tell, here's proof. It does work well. I actually have MST disabled. But anyway, I have gone to my local 7-Eleven. It does work. And you still get the free $10 for signing up. And as for bloatware, you can disable apps in the settings. Let me show you real quick. Apps. So, oops, my bad. All. Let's go to one of the bloatwares. Which one of them is my Verizon Mobile. You don't have the option, instead of having the option to uninstall it, you have the option to disable it. So it'll still be in your memory, but these are only a couple megabytes, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem, especially with a 32 gigabyte hard drive in it. Well, 32 gigabyte memory in it, sorry. So let's talk about battery life. It has been amazing, but it wasn't horrible either. From moderate to heavy usage, I get an average between 10 to 14 hours a day. That's with Wi-Fi on most of the day. When I traveled, I would normally turn off mobile data, so I'll say battery and brightness would be about 30%. So let me show you some screenshots I took of the battery life. Let's see, this day, oh wait, here we go, here's one. On this day here, I actually almost hit 16 hours with 14% left. So this one, but as you can see, the screen does take a lot of battery, while everything else pretty low, like below 10% of battery usage. The 4G is a battery killer. Either using it or just leaving the phone on standby on 4G, it just drains battery drastically. On 3G, it's a different story actually. With heavy usage on being connected to 3G all day, I was able to get about 8 to 10 hours, which actually is pretty decent compared to my old phone. And speaking of 4G, let's do a real quick test on it. Let me turn on my Wi-Fi. I am connected to 4G. Oh wait, there you go, connected to 4G. And let's take a real quick speed test. This will show you how fast this thing is. As much as I love using 4G and I love the speed, just the battery drain isn't worth it for me. So I found myself turning off 4G for most of the day, and when I'm out near a Wi-Fi location. But as you can see, with a ping of 87, as you can tell, the speed's pretty quick. About 10.5 megabytes download, 11.2 megabytes upload. So, in conclusion, even though it does have a bit of average camera quality, cheap feeling back, and a low speaker, all around, it's a really good phone. Ice cream sandwich is fun to play with. It's smooth. It's battery life is really decent when 4G isn't killing it. But again, 4G is fast. It's great to use when you can, but the drain on battery life, it depends on you. Do you prefer battery life or you prefer speed? That's just you. But nice thumbs up for this device. If you get a chance to mess with one at a Verizon store or something, give it a chance, take a look, see what you like. And that's pretty much it for me. So talk to you guys later. See you.